Welcome to Becoming Saiyans.
A Dragon Ball rewatch podcast.
And we're back. I'm Truman.
And I'm Jesse.
And this is Becoming Saiyans, a Dragon Ball rewatch podcast. On today's episode, we watched episodes 104 and 105 of Dragon Ball, titled Mark of the Demon and Here Comes Yajirobe. Mark of the Demon came out in Japan on March 9th, 1988 and September 3rd, 2003 in America. And then as far as Yajirobe is concerned, he came out on March 16th, 1988 in Japan, and then September 4th, 2003 in America. Some differences from the manga and trivia. The differences in the first episode is Piccolo and his kind have 5 fingers in the anime, but 4 in the manga. Tambourine's killing of Bacterium was not in the manga. Subsequently, his flying over a river while looking for Man-Wolf is also not in the manga. Since he's out killing martial artists already, Tambourine is not present in the anime for Symbol's birth like in the manga. In the latter versions, the two demons leave the ship simultaneously. Piccolo drinking a lemon soda telekinetically is not in the manga, which I guess it is telekinesis, Jesse. We had a conversation about it.
Yep.
Goku did not get woken up by a frog in the manga. He just came alive of his own accord. He also, trying to find food was expanded in the anime, where he encountered all that extra stuff. Oolong's line about Krillin's body rotting in the manga, it was given to launch in the anime. Also, a part of Puar's speech about having to wait a while Krillin's body was given to Turtle in this version. On the TV report of the martial artist killings, Nam, Choppa, Pomput, and Bacterian's portraits are all shown. In the manga, only Nam's is displayed. The latter version implies that Tambourine murdered Nam first, instead of all those other ones that he also did. The scene of Man-Wolf's corpse floating down the river isn't in the manga. Symbol flying over the prairie looking for the Dragon Ball is in the manga. When Goku bites the fish in the anime for the first time, he notices it's too hot. This doesn't occur in the manga, where he just eats the fish no matter what. In the manga, the fish has teeth, whereas in the anime, it doesn't. Trivia for the first episode. Bulma states that Shenron will grant any wish, which isn't true. It's not yet known to the group that Shenron is limited by a certain thing's power. Hence, they never get the chance to do the proposal to use Yamcha's proposal to use the power to defeat Piccolo. It is likely moot because blah, 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 you know. The episode marked the first time that Master Roshi as himself appeared wearing the black martial art uniform of his cousin that passed away, Jackie Chan. Nam's death is not depicted on screen here, nor in the manga. It can be inferred that he was the third on Tambourine's hit list, as Tambourine is already seeking out Man-Wolf. In the manga and original dialogue, Goku calls for Flying Nimbus, but doesn't understand why it doesn't show up until, he remembers Tambourine destroyed it. In the dub, Goku yells out that he'll get Tambourine for killing Krillin. Goku calls Tambourine by name, despite the demon never once saying what his name was. This was only in the English dub, though. Bacterian is revealed to be homeless. Man-Wolf's corpse floating down the river was removed from the Toonami broadcast because, it was kind of, not graphic, but like graphic for little kids,
Yeah.
The scene of Krillin as a skeleton was removed from the Toonami broadcast. Piccolo's belch from drinking the soda was removed from the Toonami broadcast.
Okay, that was funny.
Yeah. A real world reference is made where Oolong mentions flying away to the Caribbean once he hears about Tambourine's killings, which is like this world is confusing.
This world might not have America or Russia or anything, but boy, they still got Jamaica.
Yeah. Differences from the manga. More stuff about Piccolo's 5 versus 4 fingers. Goku and Yajirobe's fight is extended in the anime. Tambourine looking over the tournament roster for fighters he hasn't already killed isn't in the manga. The group reconvening at Roshi's Resort Island is not in the manga. The scene of Piccolo sleeping with his eyes open while Pilaf tries to show him some really gross stuff is not in the manga. The scene of Krillin's body being placed in the freezer is filler. Symbol flying over above looking for the Dragon Ball's freezer. Goku interrogating Symbol on his relation to the Tambourine is not in the manga. And, Goku and Yajirobe playing rock, paper, scissors as long as Symbol's exasperation lasts a little bit longer in the manga. The term Brektice is exclusive to the English versions. Yajirobe's fish did not have fangs in the previous episode, but here it does. The book shows that Pilaf shows Piccolo's supposedly softcore stuff in the Japanese version, and the English dub renders it to be his family album. Krillin's corpse expression has somehow changed as he's being placed in the freezer capsule. Bulma's story in the freezer capsule and Oolong's remark about it being placed with her undergarments was removed in the Toonami broadcast. Symbol's death is altered in the Toonami broadcast. After Yajirobe slices him in half, Symbol continues to groan as if he's alive. Then Goku loses patience and blows up Symbol. In the English version, Symbol jokes that Yajirobe is a good dancer, which is what Piccolo told Mutaito back when they fought centuries ago. In the Japanese version, as Yajirobe charges him, Symbol makes a pun on the former's name, calling him Shinjirobe, which it references for the word death, which is she. The English dubs don't include this because it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. In the Japanese version, Yajirobe doesn't tell Goku his name until after he's done eating Symbol in the next episode. By that fact, earlier in this episode, when Goku asks for his name, Yajirobe refuses to tell him on the count that he's a thief. Goku does not seem to be aware of Tambourine's name until he interrogates Symbol in this episode. However, last episode, he said Tambourine's name twice, without it ever being mentioned to him. And that's all the differences in trivia we have for these episodes. So previously on Dragon Ball, Goku's alive! And Piccolo is thinking also that he needs to create a new monster person, brother spawn, to go hunt down the Dragon Balls, like to make it a little bit faster. Minion, mini-boss, whatever you want to call them, to go hunt down the other Dragon Balls because Tambourine is too busy hunting down and killing the fighters to get all the Dragon Balls in time. Also, the rest of the group is convening at Roshi's house on the island, where they decide they need to, first of all, keep Krillin in stasis so that his body doesn't decay, so there's something to bring back when he wakes up. And then also that they need to move because it obviously looks like Tambourine's going around hunting down fighters, and their house is probably the address for most of them, so let's just get out of here. Roshi and Tien and Chiatsu are going to go off on their own adventure to try to stop Tambourine and find the Dragon Balls, kind of whatever happens first there. Whereas Bulma, Yamcha, Launch, Puar, and Turtle, and Oolong are going to stay on the other island, just kind of hoping they can hide out until this whole thing blows over. Also, Tambourine killed Bacterian, rest in peace Bacterian, and Goku is hunting food until he finds it, eats it, and finds out that he ate somebody else's food, even though it kind of was confrontational. Into the next episode, we find out the person whose food he ate was named Yajirobe, and Yajirobe is very upset about his food being eaten. And so they get into a bit of a fight before the new monster that Piccolo created named Symbol shows up and is like, time to grab that Dragon Ball, boy. And Yajirobe shows off how cool and powerful he is by slicing him in half. And that's what you missed on Dragon Ball. Jesse, go for it.
I really like these episodes. I mean, they're fun. They're nothing to write home about, but they're fun.
Yeah, they're kind of bridge episodes to the next bit.
And they're keeping the plot moving, even if, at their own pace in a way.
Yeah. There wasn't a lot of fluff or filler in these episodes, really. Like, it wasn't one of those ones where it's just like, we're being, like, fed, like, super, like, extended scenes that you could have cut down a lot. These are just episodes where you gotta set the groundwork for the next episodes type of thing.
Yeah. It is still early in this arc, so you have to still bridge certain things.
Yeah, you gotta start building up for the big whatever's gonna happen down the road. But we also gotta go to Funko Pop watch, Jesse. Funko Pop.
Yep.
So, we bought from some guy on Whatnot, the Tien and Chiatsu Funko Pop, and it took a really long time to get here. But we now have the Tien and Chiatsu Funko Pop, along with Yajirobe and Korin's Funko Pop, which got here much faster. And we had that one last week. We got it on Sunday of last week when we got the other one.
Yeah.
It was like almost back to back because we got that one from Amazon and they were a little bit faster than the Whatnot people. But we have 2 new Funko Pops on the board, Jesse, and how do you feel about them?
They're Funko-y, and they're popping.
Just thought I'd throw something silly in there.
No, I mean, they're Funko Pops.
Yeah.
If you know what these characters look like, and you know what Funko Pops tend to look like, you know exactly what these Funko Pops look like.
Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the Tien one. His eyes are completely black, and it just doesn't look good on him. Like the third eye is also black, which is part
the
of the
third eye.
personnel.
The third eye, if it was just like his two eyes, like everyone else, it wouldn't be that big of a deal because that's just how Funko Pops are.
Yeah, but that third eye just kind of throws it off, makes him look like he's like possessed by some demon or something. But yeah, we've also got Yajirobe and Korin, which means we now have 2 Korin Funko Pops.
Yep, we have a smaller corn and we have a regular size corn.
Yeah, but that's all Funko Pop watches. Funko Pop. Jesse, let's get into these episodes, meat and potatoes. And so the way I would look at these episodes is we got 3 plots going on. We got the first plot of Goku and his adventures. We got the second plot of Piccolo and his minion and Pilaf's adventures, and the third plot of Roshi and the gang's adventures. What part do you want to start on, Jesse? I'm letting you pick. Dealer's choice.
Let's just get the Roshi stuff out of the way because that's, I think, the shortest amount.
That is the C plot of these 3.
That is.
There's the A plot. A plot's probably Piccolo for the first episode, and then
Goku for the second.
Goku for the second episode. But Goku's the B plot the second episode. Piccolo's the B plot.
Goku's the B the first.
Yeah.
Piccolo's the second.
Yeah. So they kind of those two flip flop the A and B plots, but the C plot is definitely still Roshi and the gang. So Jesse, let's jump into that. So you got Roshi and the gang. They're kind of just chilling at home watching the news when they see the report of Nam, Bacterian, Pampa, and King Choppa are all dead. We get confirmation on all of those. They're like, holy crap! They're killing all the martial artists. We better, make like a potato and get out of here. And so they. Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? But they decide they're gonna go leave, and they need to get Krillin out of the area as well, and get him kind of like in stasis so that his body doesn't rot and decay while they hunt down the Dragon Balls. Because they figure it's probably gonna take a little bit longer than it normally does, with there also being an opposing force going after them. You've got Roshi, Tien, and Shiatsu who are going to go try to hunt the Dragon Balls / like warn the other fighters that like, hey, there's a scary dude coming around killing people. Maybe find somewhere to go. / also, maybe have to fight him. It's kind of they're kind of going off on the adventure, taking on all the danger. Where they went to Roshi's Island Lookout Escape Retreat place, and they are all they dropped the Bulma, Puar, Oolong, Yamcha, Launch. Basically, everybody other than Roshi and
everybody
Tien
who is not
Shiatsu.
in fighing condition.
Yeah, and so
Yamcha's
Yamcha's there. They're like, you need to heal, and because if we die, you're it.
And Yamcha's immediately like, please don't die.
Yeah, Yamcha's like, please don't do this to me. I can't handle this.
Yeah, Yamcha already knows he is the weakest person they know. He's like, if I'm the last one left, we ain't gonna win this.
Yeah, but they kind of leave him. They leave him there. Bulma builds the little stasis chamber for Krillin so that Krillin can heal or stay like cold enough where he doesn't decay. So that
they're basically like cryo freezing his body until they can come back to life.
Yeah, and that's kind of the C plot of the episode is just that. Like of the 2 episodes, it's just that. That's what happened with Roshi and the gang. I like the idea of having a 3-person team of Roshi. We've never seen them really all interact together. Roshi, Tien, and Shiatsu going off to fight.
Yeah,
that's kind of a fun little bit.
That's going to be an interesting team.
Yeah, setting that up as like probably the running C plot. I doubt we're going to go back and see what Bulma and all them are doing very often, just because like they're all just kind of waiting.
We might flash back to them every now and then. We're like, man, I sure hope everyone's okay. And then you flash back and Goku's in like the fight for his life or something.
Well, they all think they all seem to think that Goku's dead. Because he never came back.
But still.
Yeah. But yeah, they're like, man, I hope that like Roshi's doing all right. Launch is like, I hope my lover, Tien is doing good out there. And
that's the other part of the C plot is like, it's very obvious Launch and Tien have some feelings for each other.
Yeah, for sure. And so that's kind of the C plot is that, and it works. It kind of sets up where it removes some off the table. Like the group that's not going to be able to be helpful. It
breaks like a 9-person group into a 3-person group. Yeah. And then like a 6-person group.
That we won't really worry about much anymore, I don't think.
But like...
Yeah. But we've got the 3-person group that are going to go off and try to, like, help, you know, the 3 strongest characters left, not counting Goku, because they all think Goku's dead, you know. And that's kind of just the C-plot. It's a good little bit of the C-plot. Like, it works, it does what it needs to do, sets everything up, and that's all we really need here.
It is kind of a palate cleanser for the other plots that are going on.
Yeah.
We're going to flash around from both of them.
Yeah. And so then, what part now, Jesse?
Let's get the bad guys out of the way.
The bad guys.
The Piccolo team, Team Piccolo.
And that one has also got some good stuff there because we start the first episode with Piccolo and all of them, you know.
Yeah.
Tambourine, we get to see Bacterian again. Unfortunately, this is probably the last time we're ever going to see Bacterian because he is dead.
Yeah, we get to see Bacterian, who seems slightly more cleaned up,
but also homeless. We find out,
which isn't. Well, he might not be homeless. He might have just been caught in like a back alley.
True, but
because the only person that we know confirmed is homeless is the guy who finds out that Bacterian is dead, which is like the bum, which is literally what they call him in the episode. Yeah. His subtitles are "bum" says blank,
which is crazy when he's obviously Jackie Chan.
I would say he's missing the goatee. If it was Jackie Chan, he has the goatee.
Well, he shaved it every 3 years, you know, like, and so it can grow back out. He's undercover. He's incognito, Jesse. But you know, it's rough. Like watching Bacterian die. We've been joking a bit here and there. We're like, "Where's Bacterian at?" And it's like, "Well, here he is. He's dead now."
Here's Bacterian. He's dead now.
Yeah.
It's that DK rap meme was like, and here's Chunky. He's dead.
Yeah.
DK.
Yeah. But I mean, Bacterian tried his best, but he's just nothing compared to Tambourine. Like Tambourine's too strong for Goku and Krillin. Bacterian's not going to put up a fight. You know?
Because Krillin beat him Bacterian in the first,
three or more years ago. But this also confirms that Bacterian was at the tournament because he only has the list of the fighters from this previous tournament.
Yep.
So that means Bacterian was there and just didn't make it to the 8-round matchup at the end.
Which also tells you, he's dying up.
Probably. Yeah. And that's our first intro to the bad guy team. Then you get going back to Piccolo, who's like, "This is taking too long," and then he throws up an egg. In the most disgusting thing.
He has a really hard, really cool line where Piano's like, "Dude, but birthing a new minion takes so many speeds up your aging process. When I get the Dragon Ball, I ain't got to worry about the aging process." And then proceeds to birth the minion who's gonna get the Dragon Ball. It's called Symbol.
Yeah.
Who, spoiler alert, doesn't get a Dragon Ball.
Yeah, he fails immediately. But the fun thing about this is, which we'll get to it later, but they're all psychically linked. Mm-hmm. Like when one dies, they feel it, you know. Yeah. Piccolo's like, "Oh God, he's dead," and
he has failed me, and that's the cliffhanger for these episodes. He dies, and it's like, well, what's gonna happen?
Yeah. And then another thing that I like in this episode is Pilaf and the gang being there, realizing they got played. Yeah. We brought him back. Of course, he'll share the world with us, and he's like, "The heck I will." Thank you guys.
It's you're still alive purely because I don't know how to use this technology you're using.
You're purely alive just because
you're a ticking time bomb of usefulness.
Yeah.
and I'm not the one who's going to explode.
And that's basically it. We have Tambourine. He kills Wolfman.
Yeah, he kills a couple characters, and then you don't see him at all. Besides I think Goku might flashback to him.
Yeah, you get a flashback a couple of times of Goku trying to remember what happened, which we'll get to. I have funny things about that in the Goku plot. But the last bit is just Symbol, and we'll cover the rest of Symbol because Symbol shows up in the Goku plot, and that's where we'll finish the end of the bad guys. Yeah. Because now we got to get into Goku time. Goku's alive, Jesse. We
He's
were
alive.
we were joking before we turned the episode to be like, it'd be so funny if Goku was dead and we just follow a new like a different person named Goku for the rest of the show.
I was making a joke. It's like, it'd be really funny if the Goku I know is the Goku we've been watching for 104 episodes.
It's a different Goku. It's just like, this is Goku now. Good luck.
It would be kind of funny.
Yeah. But he is definitely concussed because he's like, my head hurts. What happened? Where am I?
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out the hunger first.
Yeah. And this is where I have to mention that this world is eternally confusing. Because before we see Goku being alive, there's a fairy like drinking nectar, like a fairy from like just a random like kids movie,
like Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
type fairy.
Tinkerbell type fairy. I was thinking Ferngully type fairy.
Yeah, Ferngully was. I also kind of went to Ferngully a little bit too.
There's like weird like humanoid looking animals that like it looked like there was an animal that was just a giant nose just walking around. It's like what in the heck is up with this world?
There's a kangaroo, but it has a fluffy a weird tail,
like a Lorax tail, or like the Horton Hears a Who, the Hoovian's tail or whatever.
The Hoovian's tail.
It's like, what in the heck is this world? What? This world makes no sense. We're all on one continent, but they're cut up so weirdly that it's like the weirdest thing possible, you know?
Like, there's still oceans.
Yeah. There's a giant ocean with islands everywhere, but also the rest of it's a Pangea continent. But also this Pangea continent has Penguin Village and random Ferngully land that's connected with this Dr. Seuss world. It's like, what is this universe? It doesn't make any gosh dang sense.
No.
We forgot something in the C plot, which is the worst part for me, is Roshi. I'm looking through my notes. Roshi is like trying to break up the tension, he says, by staring at Bulma's like underwear, which is it's kind of funny.
And then saying the color out loud.
Yeah, he's like,
he says the color, and everyone's like, "Who is this pale gray? Is he a legendary fighter?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm doing a
I'm Roshi. Come on."
Why was your first thought not was what one of the women in this here was wearing?
But that's kind of the end. That's it. That was just me looking through my notes. That was something that popped up. But Goku wakes up and he's hunting food. He goes and climbs up a tree. Turns up the fruit on that tree were like monster heads or something kind of crazy.
They were like Venus flytrap type things.
Yeah. And then
like a Bulbasaur, but if it had teeth and chomp on things. Not Bulbasaur, Bellsprout.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Bellsprout.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
Said
that.
the wrong Pokemon.
Yeah. That was that's a crazy thing that happened. He chases down a kangaroo, but he's so weak because he's so hungry he can't even beat up the kangaroo to eat it. But then he smells fish, a cooked fish, and he climbs up the mountain cliff or the hill cliff or whatever. Goes to eat the fish, turns into a full dog. Like at this point, he's running animalistically, tongue hanging out, just yeah. He's full on animal mode in this episode. He's acting like a freaking monkey. That's a reference for you guys out there that Jesse doesn't get yet. But he gets to the fish. He goes up to eat it, and oh no, there's fire. So he jumps down and kicks dirt like a dog, like digging a hole, or a cat covering the litter box, like over the fire, then eats the entire fish, and he's like, I finally feel good again. Time to fight Tambourine. Oh wait, my Dragon Radar saying there's a Dragon Ball nearby. Let's go find it. Where are you? And then a giant rock gets thrown at him, and he's like, whew. And it's like, my mom. I'll tell you what a Dragon Ball is. My mom. Every time I hear Yajirobe's voice, I just think of I hear Muscle Man from regular show. I'll show you my mom. It does it not sound like him? It sounds a lot like him to me.
No, I think Muscle Man's a little more graspy. Like, hey, mama.
But
like Muscle Man sounds more like that.
Now we get into a fun character. I love Yajirobe. He's hilarious.
Yajirobe's like it's literally like, what if Goku was just a normal human grown man?
Yeah. What if Goku was left alone until he was like in his like mid-20s
and also an actual human being.
Yeah.
From what we know of, what I can tell, Yajirobe's just a normal human being who's just like a caveman.
Yeah. But he's also got sumo style, which is the first time we've really seen sumo style be used in this show. I think there was a couple in the prelim fighters, but Yajirobe is like very much a sumo wrestler type fighter. Like that's his style of fight, and it's real nice to watch because like you don't get a lot of that in this show. A lot of times it's all about speed and like precision. He's just like, no, you can't hurt me, and I can hurt you. Is kind of
he's a tank.
Yep. And I just like Yajirobe. He's a fun guy. There's a lot. We're gonna get a lot more with him through this arc, and I think even a little bit in the next arc. And he's just a fun dude to hang out with. You know, he's a bro.
He's chill.
Yeah. And I wrote down that he really gives off my mom guy energy. Like the voice just sounds a lot like him. You know, at least to me. You leave your notes in the comments of this episode. Send us an email if you agree with me or Jesse. But. Yeah,
he's definitely got that type of personality.
When we meet a new character, we have to fight them to start out. So Yajirobe and Goku have to have a fight where they kind of end on a draw, which is kind of cool. Like the fight's disrupted, but like it seemed like they were kind of just fighting to a standstill in respect, you know. And then Symbol shows up, and this is where we have the converging A and B plots. And Symbol shows up to grab the Dragon Ball because somehow
Yajirobe is wearing as a necklace.
Yeah, Yajirobe's wearing a Dragon Ball as a necklace, which is why Goku originally wants to fight him. He's like, "You have my dad's Dragon Ball or my grandpa's Dragon Ball.
Like you must be helping that monster."
Yeah, even though like Yajirobe has a different number ball, he has the 1-star ball, not the 4-star. So, Yajirobe and them fight for a bit. Symbol shows up, and Yajirobe's like, "This sounds like a good time to get my breakfast." And Goku's still like, I don't know what breakfast is, but you know, whatever, man. That's a thing that Yajirobe's done a little bit in these episode or in the episode is he doesn't say words 100% right. It's like he has like his own version of the words, so it's not breakfast, it's breakfast. And so it's Goku's like, I don't know what breakfast is, you know, because yeah, Goku knows what breakfast is, but not breakfast. It's different, you know.
I don't know no breakfast.
And so then, you know, they fight for a bit, and then Symbol shows up, and Yajirobe and Goku are like have to play rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to fight him first. Symbol apparently knows about rock, paper, scissors, because like, you guys don't understand, Dynamite always wins. And it's like, that's literally like, it's like rock, paper, scissors, grenade. That was
so true, though.
It's literally just that. But Yajirobe wins rock, paper, scissors and gets to fight Symbol. And slices him in half, like straight through the middle.
After a pretty decent fight.
Yeah, like, you know, Symbol gets to show that he has similar powers to Tambourine. Obviously a little weaker. I don't think Tambourine would have allowed himself to get cut in half. But also, Tambourine's a little bit faster, so that makes it a little bit harder to slice him in half.
Yeah.
But one of my notes for those two episodes is just two dummies just brawling. Because, like, with the Goku and Yajirobe fight, it's just two dummies just, like, attacking each other and brawling for the whole first bit of the episode. But, yeah, I enjoyed these episodes. And we're left off with Piccolo realizing that Symbol's dead and what's going to happen in the next episodes, you know?
Yeah.
Overall, these are good episodes. We get introduced to a new character, Yajirobe, which is a fun character to have in the show. I'm gonna go ahead and say he's a pretty big player through the end of Dragon Ball, and he shows up occasionally in Z. I won't say he's like a star Z player or anything. You know, he gets outpowered pretty quickly. Like if we're power scaling and ranking the characters, he is maybe only above Yamcha in power level, and it's close. Like, Yamcha...
Like, in Z.
Yeah, in Z, like, I would say Yamcha's probably stronger than Yajirobe by Z. And Dragon Ball, I would say Yajirobe's a little bit stronger than Yamcha.
Which must mean that Symbol must be a lot weaker than we thought.
Yeah, well, also, I'm chalking that up to Symbol being brand new. Like, It seemed like Tambourine had been around for a bit, so that's why he was so much stronger. Symbol was born literally, like, 20 minutes before he died.
Symbol was born and then just died.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, yeah, if you fight a newborn crocodile, you're going to be able to take it down. If that crocodile gets to grow up a little bit, it might be a little bit of a different story type of thing, you know. But yeah, like, Yajirobe's fun. We put up 2/3 of the gang, so we don't have to worry about like the silly jokes and the one-off stuff. We got the serious group and the silly group kind of separated. We've got Goku now with a new friend, apparently, or a new partner and help. We've got Piccolo in the gang, and we're seeing what's going to happen next. So, Jesse, you got any more notes over there for you that you're looking at?
No, I mean, like, I mostly just had written down, like, that, like, oh, Yajirobe cut him in half.
Yeah.
Like, most of the notes I wrote down were just, like, observations of what's happening.
Yeah.
So it's just, like,
we kind of covered it.
We covered everything. I did laugh at the, like, I wrote down, like, what's the dog doing at the very beginning of the last episode? Because, like, it starts with a dog, like,
just
waking up like a bum or something, and then the bum, like, oh, man, people are fighting over there, and that's how we watched Bacterian die.
Yeah. But Jesse, you ready to get into prediction section?
Yeah, sure.
So here is Jesse's predictions from last episode, or for these 2 episodes. It was King Piccolo is building a palace and people are wearing his mark. Jesse, that is wrong.
Nope, I was wrong.
Yajirobe is an anti-hero. Jesse, I'm going to go ahead and say, just save us. That one, you can keep that one rolling if you want, but I don't think he counts as an anti-hero in this. He's kind of chaotic neutral at this moment, like, but he's not like an anti-hero. He's not like, screw you guys, I hate you, but also like, these guys are bad, so I guess we'll work together. He's just kind of like, I'm a hermit, you know.
He's too dumb to be an anti-hero.
Yeah.
But Jesse, as bad as it sounds to say that.
Yeah. But Jesse, your last prediction was Goku is going to meet Yajirobe. And Jesse, I'll tell you what.
He did.
They did meet.
He did meet.
Jesse, you ready to hear the next names of the next 2 episodes?
Yeah.
Episode 106 is named Terrible Tambourine. And episode 107 is named Tien's Atonement. What do you think is going to happen in these 2 episodes, Jesse?
I think Piccolo's going to send Tambourine to Symbol's location.
Yeah.
Just to, like, check out what the heck happened.
Yeah.
Just see if he can, like, telepathically communicate.
Yep. Piccolo sends Tambourine to Symbol's location to check out what's going on.
Yeah. Obviously, Tambourine shows up, finds like, the wreckage, maybe a fight ensues, or, like, if Goku and Yajirobe are gone, the fight doesn't, but I'm going to say fight ensues.
Fight ensues. What do you think Tien's atonement's going to be?
There's also a chance that, like, they find Tambourine first and he has to fight him.
Tien and crew find Tambourine first and, like, have to fight him.
Yeah, like, have to fight him, and Tien puts up a really, really good fight, like, as an atonement for his sins or whatever.
Okay. I like it. Jesse, with that, what is your worst part?
I mean, you have the easy, like, oh, it's a Roshi
It's the Roshi Perv moment is my pick, so...
Yeah, like, that's the easy one. It's not the worst Perv moment he's had, but it's definitely one of those where I'm like, okay, they just wanted to throw a joke in here.
Yeah, it was literally just, oh yeah, they don't have any other jokes. It's just, it's just Perv
How else can we lighten the mood with all these characters? Just make Roshi be a weirdo again.
Yeah.
That
is just my worst part.
It's
so
an easy one to pick.
Yeah.
Just for, like, just tone deafness alone.
Yeah. So, do you have another one, Jesse, or you just want to piggyback off that one?
No, I mean, not necessarily. Like, it's, like, is the egg bursting scene, like, mildly disgusting?
It's very disgusting in my opinion. Yeah. It's pretty gross.
I've seen worse stuff. In, like,
there's definitely things you can have worse, but it is pretty gross.
It's jarring, to say the least, in this show.
Yeah,
it's the first time we've seen something like that.
Yeah. The only other graphic thing in this episode was the Wolfman floating down the river. That was pretty graphic. I'm not gonna say it's my worst part, but that was pretty graphic. Just to point out there, like, and I know Toonami removes stuff all the time for whatever dumb reasons they want to.
I love they removed the burp.
They removed a burp in the episode before this, but that one, it's like, yeah, you can't really show like a dead body floating down the river to like little kids, you know.
You kind of have to show the egg because it's important to the plot.
Yeah. But Jesse, yeah, back to your worst part. You got anything, or you just want to jump on the Roshi Perv wagon?
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything like
Of
bad.
the things, it's probably that,
Yeah.
But Jesse, this will be a little bit harder. What's your best part?
I'd say like the was it
The
Yajirobe?
Yajirobe.
My brain just blanked on his name for some reason.
I was like, you're just staring at the Funko wall.
I've got mine. I've got a bit of. I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
So my brain just like blanked on Yajirobe's name.
Yeah.
Yajirobe versus Simple Fight was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good fight. I'll give you that one. For me, I'm probably going to take the. For me, it's got to be the Goku acting like a full-on animal. It just made me laugh. It was like
it's a good one.
He's just literally running around like a dog or a freaking
monkey.
monkey.
Well, at least we know what happens when he gets really hungry. He just goes completely feral.
He goes full beast mode.
Yeah, he goes feral.
Yeah. But yeah, with that, Jesse, you got any more notes over there you wish to share with the audience?
Not really. No.
So, thank you guys for listening. We'd love to have you guys download, subscribe, rate, review, leave a 5-star rating if you feel that way. You can also reach out to us at becomingsaiyans@gmail.com, or you can follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on TikTok at Becoming Saiyans Pod. And until next week, I've been Truman.
And I've been Jesse.
And the journey continues.
Bye.